Hi, and welcome to Strap a Watch. Michael Knapp Leather. Well, on today's episode, you're going to get to see me hand make my first leather strap for my new Oyster Perpetual Rolex OP with the turquoise. A lot of people referring to it as the Tiffany dial. I did the unboxing for it in the last episode. I'll leave a link for it up here. If you haven't watched that, that'll kind of explain the real desire of me getting the watch and the attire that, I wear with it. This is, one of the kinds of shirts we wear at our day job every day, and I go into some detail about that in that episode. So check it out if you haven't seen it. But really excited. I just finished this strap, put it on for the first time just now, so really excited. I can't wait to wear it to work. I'll probably wear it tomorrow. And I made it out of camel tan Shinki Hikaku with this same kind of color stitching. It's kind of an aquamarine turquoisey stitching, and it turned out really cool. Everything goes together great. And, for an wardrobe attire that I wear, a lot of times with blue slacks, I'll wear my tan belt. I made this belt years ago, and some tan shoes. I got these older Johnston & Murphy shoes from back when they were made in Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know where they're made anymore. I think it's in India. But boy, they used to make some really high quality shoes, and unfortunately, the quality is not the same as it used to be. I've had these shoes, I want to say 20 years. I mean, a long, long time. That's how good these shoes are. So that's what you're going to see on today's episode. It's pretty cool. I'm really pleased with the final result. You'll get to see the final product. Stick around after the intro. We'll get right at it. Thank you so much for joining me today on Strap a Watch, and here you're seeing me going through the shell Cordovan chips. This is how I store them underneath my cutting table right there. I have a couple of newer chips. You can see that's a lighter tan color, Shinki Hikaku, and then this one right here is this camel tan that I've chosen. And it's already, been cut into. I've made several straps out of it, so that's why I decided to utilize this. And I just love the color. It is a little bit lighter than the shoes and the belt combo, but over time I can always condition it and darken it up. But I really like this color. I'll probably keep it like this for quite some time. And again, this is going to be the first of hopefully many straps that I'm going to be making for this watch. And oh man, I can't tell you how much I love this watch, you guys. Oh, here you can see me cutting out the keeper, and I just cut out the uppers. You're gonna see me cutting out the other leather pieces here. This is the lining, and talk a little bit about this watch. I love this watch. I got it on December 23rd. I put in the order on September 1st, the day it was launched. I called my authorized dealer, talked to my salesperson, Mary, and she didn't even know about it. I said, listen, I called her on her cell phone. She wasn't at it's called Underwood's Jewelers, our local AD here in the Jacksonville, Florida market. And I had her cell number. I called her, and I said, yeah, this is the watch I want. It's Brandon. She goes, well, do you have a reference number? I haven't even heard of this. I said, it just launched today, Mary. She's like, all right, I'll check on it. Let me get back to you. And she contacted me within an hour, maybe a half hour later, and said, yep, I put in the order. He didn't really want to do it, but yeah, I put in the order. So then all this time went by, and I thought, man, I don't think I'm going to get the call. And I've had several other people talk to me through commenting on the last show that I did on the unboxing, which was done on my birthday on New Year's Eve, telling me that they've had the same kind of issue where they put in an order, like day one. I had a guy in the UK, his name's Richard, and Richard said that he usually gets a couple of Rolex from his authorized dealer a year, and that they told him it's going to be almost virtually impossible for him to get this Tiffany dial. And I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. I didn't know he put in the order the same day. So, I mean, the UK, you guys are a lot closer to Switzerland than we are. You know, I don't know where their whole distribution system is out of, but I thought it was Switzerland. Might not be. But anyways, I mean, I kind of had given up, and here I got the call. I went right down there and got the watch, and I did not open it until my birthday. I mean, I opened it, but I didn't put it on until my birthday. So I had it about a week before I even put it on. And I've been wearing it to my day job just about every day. And, you know, of course, I wear different types of and colors of slacks and shoes and belts. But every day we wear that same aqua type shirt that you're seeing me wearing here while I'm doing the build out. And I have about 7 in my rotation right now. It gives me a week's worth of shirts. And I've gone through several of these shirts. You know, they wear out over time. And it's such a hard color to get. When I finally found these Land's End brand of these shirts, I bought 20 of them, you know, so that I'd have them. And we had them all embroidered for my son-in-law and I, wear the same size and everything. So it worked out great. And I gave him... I think it was 7 of them. I kept 7 of them. So we've got, you know, another, 6 or so in storage, 3 apiece for future use, because we do end up going through these quite a bit. And it's his favorite color. It's really my favorite color. I came up with this color scheme 7 years ago when we opened up New Way Hearing, our hearing clinic. And I just love the color, and decided that's going to be our company color for when we're wearing our shirts. So it just works out great. That's why when I saw the watch on day 1 on September 1st, I was like, oh, I got to get it. And, you know, I had made this pact with my wife that I would not buy another Rolex till I had 10,000 subscribers. So, and I talked about how I justified the purchase. Now, she told me Rolex. She never said anything about Omega. And she doesn't really know about the Silver Snoopy. And so I put a good chunk of change down on that. That is absolutely right now currently overpriced. But I have a real big feeling, and I know this for a fact because I had one gentleman already reach out to me. I don't even have the watch yet. I paid for it. They said it'd take about 6 months, who already offered me a couple $1,000s over because he says he can't get one. And I said, no, I'm not planning on selling it, but I did take his information, and if it comes down to it and he wants to maybe give me a little bit more money and I could do a quick turnaround and make some cash on it, I might. I doubt it, because I really want to wear the watch, and I have a feeling, even though it's overpriced, I believe now, someday I believe it's going to be through the roof in value, kind of like the originals and any of the subsequent, you know, editions that they've had, the anniversaries. You know, this is the 50th anniversary, so it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. And I'm a Peanuts and big Snoopy fan, man. I just always have been since I was a little boy. So here's a little secret too. You're seeing me putting in these quick release lug pins, and I absolutely made a mistake. What I had done, I went online to look at, well, what's the lug width? It's got to be 20 millimeters, right? You know, so I went online. I mean, I looked everywhere I could to see of the specifications and the specs of the lug width, and I couldn't find it anywhere on this whole new OP 41 millimeter OP line. So I took my calipers, and with the bracelet on, I left the bracelet on because I wanted to wear it while I was doing this build out for the show. You see, I'm wearing it right here. I just kind of gave a quick measure, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's 20. So that's what you're seeing. I made this strap 20 millimeter lug width to an 18 millimeter with my traditional 2 millimeter taper at the point end and the buckle. So the buckle's an 18 millimeter buckle. And I inset those 20 millimeter quick release lug pins. But guess what? It's 21. After I got the bracelet off and I put it on right away, I was like, oh, it's a little bit short. And right after I got it clicked in and put it on my wrist, it popped off. And I went, So I took the calipers, measured it, and it is 21 millimeters. So all of you people out there looking at getting or having one of these newer 41 millimeter Oyster Perpetuals, the lug width is 21 millimeters. And so that's good to know. If you're getting a strap, of course, you're going to also, I would highly recommend getting curved lug pins. This, just like the Milgauss and some of the other Rolexes, the lug pins are set very close to the watch head, and you'll see it's leaving a mark on this because I made it for 1.5. Lug pins come in a diameter of 1.5 or 1.8. So your heavy duties are 1.8. The 1.5s, they're still just very strong. But I made this with 1.5 millimeter quick release lug pins. And I did that on purpose, and I had checked the clearance with the leather. I skived it down pretty thin. Not thin enough, though, for 1.8. So when I noticed the error and I put the 21s in, the only 21s that I had in traditional lug pins were 1.8. They were thicker. And so subsequently, you're going to see in the final product, and I only wore it this really one time, was it was starting to leave a mark. And so that's why, I mean, even after I wore it during this final product shoot, which you're seeing right here, and I'll be showing you this mark here momentarily, but look at the stitching right here, and I'll be able to buff this mark out. It's no problem. But what I'm going to do is I put in an order for some 21 millimeter 1.5 quick release lug pins. I'm going to try that first. If it's still, the tolerance is not clearing it enough. Here's the wardrobe ensemble I've been talking about, and it is lighter, like I was saying, than the shoes and the belt. But it'll work, and I really love this color. There's the mark. You can see it right there, right at the 6 o'clock. There's my logo on my belt. I made this belt, 6-7 years ago. Like I was saying, I've had those shoes for about 20 years. Look how beautiful that watch is. Oh my gosh, I love this watch. I do. Richard, I hope you're able to get yours. Right when I gave up is when I got the call. Here you're going to see how well it goes with my shirt. Look at that. I mean, what a match. The stitching, the dial. What a beautiful dial. And with the shirts that I wear daily at my day job. But if the quick release don't work, then I'm going to put in curved lug pins. And I also, another customer of mine, he's ordered one strap. He's just ordered a second strap with 21 millimeter curved lug pins. So I've got an order of about a dozen coming in. So Perry, thank you for that. If you're watching, here's the lining side. There's my logo. And now you're going to see the hole, the punch hole. No prong coming through there because I took the quick releases out and put in those 1.8 millimeter traditional lug pins. And so, like I said, I'm going to try the 1.5s first with the quick release. And if it's still making a mark because it's just too close, because I can't skive it down anymore. I mean, I've already got it stitched. I'd have to take all the stitching out. Look at how beautiful this watch is. I love this watch. And I'm just going to wait and not wear it until I get all the stuff in, the lug pins. But yeah, if you like this episode, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell notification. That helps me grow the show. If you haven't noticed, I demonetized my site. I beta tested monetizing, and I was just sick of it. So I got rid of all the ads for you guys. I hope you appreciate that. Well, listen, I enjoyed this episode. God bless you all, and until the next one, keep on ticking.